We're here because free speech is under attack. We're here because people are being convinced that socialism works. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth.
Trump barred from the Colorado ballot. Jeffrey Epstein's associates' names to be released, and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lupkin, and here's the news you need to know. The all-Democrat Colorado Supreme Court on Tuesday disqualified former President Donald Trump from running in the state's presidential primary after concluding he participated in an insurrection on January 6, 2021. The 4-3 ruling was the first time a court had barred a presidential candidate from the ballot under the post-Civil War 14th Amendment to the Constitution, which prohibits insurrectionists from holding office. It is important to note that Trump has not been convicted of insurrection, putting the decision on shaky legal ground. Trump campaign spokesperson Stephen Chung called the decision completely flawed and said the Trump campaign would appeal to the Supreme Court to end these un-American lawsuits. While several other states are considering similar efforts to disqualify Trump, the same case has been dismissed by numerous states. The dissenting opinion in the Colorado case stated that the decision ignored procedure and had no basis in law, setting up a showdown at the U.S. Supreme Court. The Colorado court issued a stay until the first week of January to give Trump's team time to appeal to the U.S. Supreme Court. Hamas political leaders have met with Palestinian rivals to discuss governing Gaza and the West Bank after Hamas's war with Israel ends. "We don't fight just because we want to fight," said Hussein Badran, a member of Hamas's political bureau in Qatar. "We want the war to end." The remark suggested potential tensions with Hamas's militant wing, which started the war with its deadly October 7th surprise attack in southern Israel and has stated their intention to wipe out all Jews. Hamas political leader Ismaili Haniyeh arrived in Cairo to discuss Gaza with Egyptian officials as the fighting continued. Israel and Hamas recently relaunched indirect talks mediated by Egypt and Qatar on a new ceasefire and hostage release deal. Immigrant rights organizations filed a lawsuit Tuesday seeking to block a Texas law that allows police to arrest migrants suspected of crossing the southern border illegally and authorizes state judges to deport them. The American Civil Liberties Union and the Texas Civil Rights Project said the law, signed Monday by Governor Greg Abbott and scheduled to take effect March 5th, violates the Constitution because Congress has empowered only the federal government to enforce immigration laws. A senior staff attorney at the ACLU's Immigrants Rights Project said it will also disappropriately harm black and brown people regardless of their immigration status. State Representative David Spiller, who sponsored the bill, defended it as the Texas solution to a Texas problem. Meanwhile, migrants flood across the southern border, especially in Texas and Arizona, with no end in sight. Migrant numbers have reached record levels this month. A federal judge in New York on Tuesday ordered the unsealing of court documents that include the names of more than 170 associates of sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, the disgraced financier who committed suicide in prison in 2019 while awaiting trial on sex trafficking charges. Judge Loretta Preska scheduled the release for January 1st, giving anyone concerned time to object to making the documents public. The material was part of a settled lawsuit that accused Epstein's former paramour, Ghislaine Maxwell, of enabling the sexual abuse of Virginia Giuffre. Maxwell was convicted of sex trafficking and procuring girls for Epstein and is serving a 20-year prison sentence. That's the raw naked truth. You can catch every episode of The Raw Naked Truth at xvadio.com/podcasts, the Apple Podcasts app, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.